Hello, everyone who's watching this. I apologize if the quality is a little bad. I switched to my laptop camera here. My name is Nathan, for anyone who doesn't know who I am. And I am speaking specifically about the questions that we're supposed to answer this week regarding temperance, loving your neighbor, and being spiritually made. And the first question that was asked is, how does being spiritually made influence the way you practice temperament, especially in self-control and moderation? And I would say this. When I realize that every single person that I'm talking to is made in the image of God, it helps me have more self-control. And the reason why this is because I remember that God made them. And even if this person is extremely annoying, and trust me, there's so many people in my life that are extremely annoying and I can't even stand them. But I have self-control because I remember these people, they're made by God to have a purpose. And because of that, I need to love them and I need to have self-control with them too. This brings me on to the second question. Describe a specific situation where practicing temperance helped you show kindness, patience, or respect towards others. What was the outcome? So the story that I thought about this is about a group project that I did. It wasn't from this class. It was from a different class. It was from like last year, I believe. Yeah, last year, last fall semester at Fox. And there's this group member, and it was the whole group. There's a specific group member who didn't finish your tasks on time, didn't really do any of the other parts like the rest of the people in the group did. But I remembered, as I mentioned above too, that this person is made in the image of God the same way that I am. So I had compassion on this person, and I showed temperance. I managed my frustration with this person, and I reached out and I tried to see what exactly was going on. I figured out that this person specifically was having some sort of pretty big health scares in their family, something to do with their dad, if I remember correctly. And knowing this important context, because I wanted to reach out, because I understood that this person is made in the image of God, so should have my compassion and should have my care, and it helped me reach out to them. And once I reached out to them, we understood what was the issue. We took up the slack, and we realized that, yes, we should have compassion on this person because of what they're going through. I mean, I would hope that when I'm going through something like that, the people that I'm with and I'm around to do the same thing for me. Third question. In which ways does recognizing your spiritual nature affect how you manage your impulses and engage with your community? I would say that because we are made in the image of God, and it says recognizing your spiritual nature, and just because I'm made in the image of God doesn't mean I don't sin. And I do sin, but the way that I manage my impulses, and I manage specifically the impulse of getting mad at people, let's say, again, talking about the one above this, is realizing, again, like I mentioned in the first question, that the people that we're dealing with are also made in the image of God. So we know this fact now. So what do we do with it? Instead of acting out, instead of getting mad, instead of yelling at these people, instead, we got to treat them like we would want to be treated, because they, like us, are made in the image of God. And then the engage with the community part at the end, I would just say that if you do this, and if you manage your impulses, your anger and stuff like that, then you engage better with your community. And then the fourth question. Why do you believe temperance is essential for loving your neighbors as yourselves, especially from the perspective of our spiritual identity? Well, the reason why temperance is essential for loving our neighbors is the fact that our neighbors are made in the image of God. So if we truly love our neighbors, we must treat them like anyone who's made in the image of God, even if we disagree with them. Now, I have a very specific political belief. I'm very active politically, so I deal a lot of times with people that don't agree with me politically. And even these people, I have temperance towards, I have self-control, I have compassion, and I love them because they're my neighbors. Now, I might not love what they believe, what they stand for, but that doesn't mean that I don't love them. There's people that have sin in their lives, sin that you can see all around them, and I'm not going to say the specific thing, but there's a verse, hate the sin, love the sinner, and I love the sinner because they are made in the image of God and they require compassion. So, yeah, that's my post for today. Thank you guys for watching.